19 Best Types of Weeping Tress. The dense canopy of the Camperdown Elm gives the feel of a secret hiding place. This small tree is relatively short and wide, typically growing to a height of 15 to 25 feet and a width of 20 to 30 feet. A lot of seeds get blown around the yard when this tree fruits, so expect some cleaning up. This tree was once considered to be a weeping willow, but botanists now classify it as Salix matsudana. This is a tree to consider if you want to liven up your garden, especially in the winter. Both the branches and the leaves twist and curl. It is known by many common names, including Hankow willow, contorted willow, dragon's claw, curly willow, pecan willow, globe willow, rattlesnake willow, and twisted twig willow. It grows 20 to 30 feet tall and 10 to 15 feet wide. The golden curls willow benefits from an aggressive pruning in early spring. In addition to the weeping habit, the weeping golden ash features yellow branches and black leaf buds. The foliage turns golden as well in the fall. This tree has opposite branching and paired leaflets that is standard for ash trees. The branches of Aurea Pendula often drape to the ground. Weeping golden ash grows to 15 to 30 feet tall and 20 to 30 feet wide. The weeping flowering apricot will put on a glorious display of perfumed blossoms early in the spring. In addition to the pendant form, it has semi-double flowers. It can grow in either full sun or partial shade but will have the best flower production with more sun. It reaches about 10 feet in height and 12 feet in width. New trees of this variety are created through grafting. As a deciduous conifer, weeping Japanese larch has the look of an evergreen during the growing season until it loses its needles in the autumn. The tree's branches eventually reach to the ground and provide winter interest when bare. It grows to 8 feet tall and 4 feet wide. This staple of the bonsai world can also add an oriental flair to your garden. With leaves in a variety of colors ranging from purples to reds, oranges and yellows, the Japanese maple is widely popular as a focal point in the home landscape. Some Japanese maples with a weeping habit include any with dissectum in the name, as well as Matsukaze, Omarayama, and Green Cascade. It typically grows 10 to 25 feet tall and wide. The leaves of weeping Katsura trees are much like those of the redbuds, Cercis, as the genus name notes, but they are arranged oppositely on the stem. The leaves start out as purple, then change to green as the growing season progresses, and turn golden in the fall. This tree is often grown for its spectacular autumn color. It grows 20 to 25 feet tall and about 15 feet wide. Tilia petiolaris is the weeping silver linden. Other applicable common names include penchant white lime, pendant silver linden, and weeping silver lime. It is suitable for zones 5 to 9. The little leaf linden, Tilia cordata, has some weeping cultivars that are also dwarf forms. Look for Pendula nana and Gerard's Pendula nana. The weeping mulberry is much smaller than the standard species, which can be 30 to 40 feet tall. It is propagated through grafting, so you will get a regular white mulberry without the weeping habit if you plant the seeds. This tree is an example of why common names can be misleading. Despite bearing the common name of Japanese pagoda tree, it originated in Korea and China. The highlight of this variety is the weeping nature, as it tends not to flower and fruit like the standard species. The branches can also add interest in the winter after the leaves have turned yellow and fallen off. It grows 10 to 25 feet tall and wide. Weeping willows are commonly found by rivers, lakes, streams, and other bodies of water. This riparian species loves wet soil as long as there is drainage. For that reason, it is best planted away from houses, lest the roots find your pipes. Since the wood tends to snap easily, choose a location that is safe from high winds, if possible. This willow can grow 35 to 50 feet tall and wide with slender, graceful branches that reach to the ground. The height of an inversa Norway spruce depends on how high is it trained. Without a support structure, it grows as a weeping ground cover. To encourage vertical growth, you must choose a central leader and attach it to a stake or pole, so it has something to lean against. Some of the common names for this weeping evergreen suggest cypress or cedar, but it is in fact a conifer. Also called Sitka cypress, yellow cypress, and yellow cedar, this tree can live for more than 1,000 years in the wild. The Pendula cultivar has a pyramidal shape, heavily weeping branches, and a central leader that nods, accentuating the weeping form. It grows 20 to 30 feet tall and 8 to 12 feet wide. Birch trees are notable for their white or light-colored bark and usual rich yellow leaf color in autumn. The draping branches of the weeping birch tree create a graceful focal point in the garden. One common variety is Young's weeping birch, which is Yunji. Other weeping varieties include Carelica, Dale Carlica, Golden Cloud, Gracilis, Laciniata, Purpurea, which, as the name suggests, has purple leaves, and Tristes. Cultivars range in height from 30 feet to 100. If you want a weeping tree that flowers in the spring, a weeping cherry is an excellent choice. The cascading branches heighten the dazzling blossom show of pink, 5-petaled single to double flowers which serve as an early food source for pollinators. There are many weeping cherries in the Prunus genus. The Pendula cultivar is grafted to form a stable trunk with gently weeping branches. It grows 20 to 30 feet tall and 15 to 25 feet wide and has pea-sized cherries that birds like to eat. Train this weeping plant to have a central leader if you want it to resemble a tree. Otherwise, it tends to form more of a shrub. The Purpurea pendula cultivar grows only to about 6 feet tall in 15 years and reaches a maximum height of only 15 feet or less. In upright form, it has a mushroom shape and heavily weeping branches. Other common cultivars includes Pendula atropunicea and Atropurpurea. The two main forms are purple-leaved requiring full sun and yellow-leaved which thrives better in semi-shade. Weeping copper beech cultivars grown in hedge form should be trimmed in summer. Most cultivars produce insignificant flowers in spring, followed by hairy fruits in autumn that release an edible triangular-shaped nut. A weeping crabapple will provide beauty and grace to your garden throughout the year. In the springtime, it is covered with a profusion of flowers. These turn into fruits, often red, that add color and provide food for wildlife in the fall and winter. The weeping eastern white pine can serve well as a garden specimen. You will need to add a stake if you want it to have more of a tree form instead of a multi-trunked shrub. It grows vertically to a height of 6 to 15 feet. Many households have a weeping fig or ficus for a houseplant. It has a tendency to be a bit persnickety and seems to drop its leaves often. Try to combat this with regular watering and avoid moving the plant from one place to another. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos. And please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm.